Captain's log, star date 10/08/2019, 18.1 Starship Enterprise B's log. I haven't been doing much for the last few days. Sorry to say, I've been busy doing other issues, and I have to talk to you all today about a couple of things going on in my life. One is, if you can see right here, I have a hearing aid now. The Lions Club decided to help me out with a hearing aid, so I have a hearing aid. They don't know if they need this one, so we're just shooting from the hip. But anyways, another thing I wanted to share with you all is that I wanted to share with you all that I am making soup tonight for dinner. And so a lot of you want to know what's going on, and what's going on. I want to thank Dinky for this wonderful shopping cart she ordered me. This little shopping cart is going to be great. It's for groceries. Since our cooler is broken, we decided to get a little shopping cart, and so now I just got to get a cooler, some pillows, comforter, and a few other items like more socks and underwear and pants and so forth and so on. So, anyways, a couple things going down the pipe. I want to tell you, I got glasses on order, and I get my secondary and third prescription delivered to me in 9 days, so I can actually go to Zenni Optical and buy more than one pair of glasses, as well as I can go to America's Best. I don't need the glass, the thing. I could just go and take my prescription and get a couple extra pairs. So I always have glasses for the next 2 years. That was something I wanted to share with you all. I finally got my glasses taken care of. I know Jess has been, wondering what's going on, etc. Well, there's a couple other problems we have had. I made a mistake of sitting down at the bench Saturday after the food bank, and this guy came up and asked me if I wanted to buy a bag of weed. And I said, no, I'm not into weed. And then he asked me if I wanted to drink some of his Powerade. He had like orange and blue. Turns out there was vodka in it, and I don't drink, not in public. I'm not going to be completely and thoroughly public intoxicated in public. So then he was trying to make moves like, how about we go to lunch? Well, I said, no, I've already had lunch. Before going to the food bank, I had a couple sandwiches. Now, a couple sandwiches to me is usually, chicken sandwich with cheese, mayonnaise, on bread, and so anyway, so we went ahead and we went over to the brewery, and Chloe wanted a bowl of clam chowder, so he bought her clam chowder. Now, all of a sudden, we were heading back home, and he followed us along, wanting a movie. And I was like, all right, guess so, be nice. And so he started touching us inappropriately. I said no, then I went and checked on Chloe. Chloe would go in. I'd be out walking the dog. She'd say no. Eventually, he was hands-on, touching the boobs, touching my vagina, putting his hands in my pants. I said no. He kept talking about needing love and other crap. So eventually, I left completely. Let's put it this way. I went to the store to get some stuff, one being some whiskey. And he decided to drain a lot of it into fucking concoctions, and found out later that when he was talking about how 7 to 10-year-old girls are perfect, basically, for something we won't say on this channel. I don't want to lose my channel, but you get the idea. He was basically a pedo bear. Okay? So then he follows us up to, then he wants to go shoot pool. Well, we could shoot pool at the local tavern. They have 75-cent pool table games. Fortunately, we decided to go into the American Legion, and they decided that they didn't like us. No dogs allowed. Fine. So I left. I didn't, I went home. And then again, he started making out or trying to with Chloe and myself, and then going back and forth when we said no. So finally, we got the movie going. Chloe cooked dinner. Let's just say he kept making advances and so forth and so on. It turns out because my family is upset at me. They have a right to because of all the shit I've been through. Turns out the guy who was, showing his penis and doing this and doing all these things that were wrong, literally, I decided to leave and go walk the dog to cool down. Well, as soon as he left, I got back and I had to change my clothes and take a shower. Well, I was a little tipsy. Chloe, on the other hand, decided to call law enforcement. Young pup comes out and says, oh, well, he would have shown back up because he left his sweatshirt on the table. And I frankly did not want the bastard back. I mean, he drinks all my booze. He basically eats my shrimp and takes all my tobacco and thinks it's okay to touch my knockers, puts his hand in my pants, and does other things. Well, I was telling my friend Saint Jose, Saint Joey, aka Jose, and I asked him specifically what's going on when it comes to the what's going on, because he's with law enforcement in Texas, and he's like, look, the guy basically should have been hauled off because he did indecent exposure. Well, apparently, law enforcement doesn't think anything happened. So right now, what's going on is we're looking to do a SAPO, which is a sexual assault protection order for both of us. My paperwork's done. I just got to take it in tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but the problem with the management company is the management company is now on board with protecting us under the VAWA, which is the Violence Against Women's Act. He violated us in our house after being nice and so to me, I've been really scared to go anywhere, So today, I got up early and, I saw the manager after my appointment with eyes. The doctor was great. And so the Lions Club took care of it. So I don't know if there's going to be any charges. I got to check in with the Lions Club lady, but I felt kind of, interested, So I got some cute glasses, don't know if they're bifocals or not. The doctor's more concerned with my eyes being weaker because I haven't had glasses in over a year, 14 months, that he basically was like, well, we'll make sure you're taken care of, even if he had to pay a little bit out of his own pocket, because he just, felt bad that, I'm, struggling, taking care of Chloe, and so forth and so on. So, anywho. So basically, this happened Saturday night, and then today I went to my glasses. But yesterday I met up at the one advocate, and she's been working with us. But it's just been hard because I haven't been sleeping much, and I mean, literally, the guy was basically perverted. Now, here's the real kicker of this whole thing. Okay, I checked a couple databases, couldn't find his name anywhere until I just finally hit pay dirt and found out the guy has 35 cases in the state of Washington, court cases, and the guy spent 6 years in the federal pen for domestic violence and abuse and other things, and he had five protection orders issued for various things over, So to me, it's not been a bowl of cherries, and I've been just like really out of it, and I thought, oh, be nice. Instead, there is no be nice. There's, so one of the things, I've been staying indoors, getting the office cleaned up, getting prepared to sit down and write a letter. Now, Chloe's supposed to go to mental health today. She canceled it. And she's like, well, I'm going to go to this place. And Then we were supposed to go there tomorrow, but we have to go into the Advocate for Sapo. So all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, we need you this day. And I was like, okay, the problem is that's the same day I stay on the island for my therapist appointment. Fortunately, Chloe's not enrolled in any taxi service. Now, the problem with the taxi service is if she wanted to go to get mental help, the taxi service or the taxi would literally pay only for her to go to Compass. So anyway, I look at it, I'm the one that's got all these ferry tickets, and I'm holding on to the ferry tickets because I need them for doctor's appointments, and I do my doctor's appointments. I need to go and get groceries, and I'm still behind on the groceries this month. So I got tobacco I was supposed to get tomorrow. That's on hold. Groceries on hold. And so, we have all this stuff coming down the pipe. And yet, I'm still worried. Literally. So, and so I'm like worried, and I'm trying to get everything done, but I'm also really worried, about what's going on because the young pup of the sheriff, he just let the guy go. It's like, well, it doesn't matter if the guy showed you his dick. You probably liked it. I didn't like it. I was intoxicated talking about suicide because the fucker showed me his dong and he was all over me. I don't know about you, but I didn't think I was an attractive woman anyways, but I guess I am to some pervert. And then, and to me, I just feel so uncomfortable that it's, and then on top of all this, I still got to sit down and do a review with a little table here, reviewing my new computer because I love the specs. I mean, I was going to get some gaming in tonight. I have some spreadsheets I need to go over. And so that's something that I really wanted to do, and then, I'm watching, the whole news media thing about impeachment. That's been interesting. But, my family means a lot to me. And because of it, I've been just, trying to prepare for winter time. And to do winter time, I got to do things like get books and, Dinky knows I like, I get into complete Aaron's box sets too, And so one of the other things I wanted to share with you was that my thing here keeps freaking popping back. I keep freaking deleting the damn email and it keeps coming back saying crap, And so to me, I'm trying to get rid of it. I've deleted it 3 damn times and it still keeps coming back there. So we'll just leave it open like that. And so anyways, so the other thing that happened was Chloe's mom, if she's watching this, should know that we filed for SSI and disability. Now, we're only basing it off if she's approved on her disability claim. Her mom thinks she can get disability. Unfortunately, the exhibit file that I hold, the old exhibit file, said she's not got autism. She might be bipolar or borderline, but no autism spectrum disorder, so no money. She's so high functioning that she could turn around and work, stocking carts, working checkout, flipping burgers, working in a restaurant. Those are little menial things that because she has 4 years of community college under her belt, they think she's not even high functioning autistic. Now, I don't want to talk much negative about Chloe or her autism or whatever, but so with Chloe, she has 23 diagnoses. Social Security approves. If doesn't, it doesn't. They said she's got to have therapy until 2022, and I don't get that, but that's none of my business. I did everything I can. So to me, it's interesting, So, but yeah, I figured I'd sit down for a minute, tell you what's going on in my life. I want to get my 21 spreadsheets finished up for the month. I've been so busy running around doing exercising and emails and phone calls and you name it. I mean, I just haven't had a break ever since I was I call it sexually molested. And then finding out the guy's got a rap sheet of 3 miles long, and to me it's not cool, And then on top of all of this, I was just telling a friend of mine, and I don't bring it up that much, because it's none of anyone's business, but with Chloe, so to me, that kind of bothers me too, I mean, we have things to get done, and every time I turn around, my can keeps getting smaller and smaller. The guy took my dip, had to replace it. I took my booze. I can't replace that. I guess, it's meant for me not to drink. So, otherwise I would be drinking. But, it's not cool, at all. See, I got holes coming in my pants now. So, but, well, yeah. So one of the other things we did recently is we went and did laundry. I bought socks and underwear. I got to get more socks and underwear. So next month I'm going to buy more socks and underwear to make sure I have enough for the winter time, because until Chloe's on disability, it's hard to take care of everyone's needs, because I have my needs. My needs come first, and I have to get $40 in quarters every month, and gotta. And so I was complaining to Chloe and family that says, Chloe's PayPal was working. Too bad her family couldn't plunk down some money for her and say, hey, get this or get that. Instead, it's like, I got to get the needles. I got to get the estrogen. I got to get other issues, to me, it's really expensive because, so like, I had overtures on food from last month, so I'm still living on this month, my last month's groceries. I have Cornish game hens and I had steak and stuff like that. But the Cornish game hens, I turned around and I'm making soup with it. So I took 2 out, defrosted, cooked them, stripped them down to the bone. I have the so here's something that irritated me. Last night I baked these chickens. I told Chloe put them in Ziploc bags, and we'll tear them up tomorrow, and I'll make more fresh chicken bait stock. I'll freeze the bones, and I'll make fresh chicken stock out of the carcasses. She's like, okay. And so what happened was she put it on my Sargento's sliced cheese I used for my sandwiches, and the cheese melted. So I got this melted cheese in my refrigerator that I had to eat. And so today I went to the store and picked up more cheese, because I like that extra sharp. And that's $6 for a slice of half-pound of cheese, and I stick it on my sandwiches, which I like cold cut sandwiches, So I eat 1 or 2 cold cut sandwiches and I'm set for the day. I also went ahead and got coffee, but I haven't tapped into the coffee at all because I'm just, drinking a lot of water, so I lost a lot of weight. But, my main thing is what do we do, So to me, I'm trying to line things up, and, I bought all the cleaning supplies, everything we needed, and, I'm just waiting for the place to be tidied up, So I told her to clear the table so I could set my laptop on there because I wanted to play a game tonight, whether it be Guild Wars or Diablo 3. I still want to try Elder Scrolls Online, but yeah, anyways, so. And on top of this, I haven't been sleeping well, being bipolar, because, right now I'm worried. I mean, literally, this guy showed me his dick, and he was masturbating under the table, went through his pants. Chloe and I caught him in the brewery. So I said, well, look, you're buying Chloe lunch. I'll take care of drinks. It shouldn't be that much. Well, he ordered the most expensive drink there is, and my pocketbook went down the toilet. So to me, that really bothered me to no end either. So, and so, with me, managing everything. I'm also reading books right now too. I just finished Dead Man's Walk. I want to get that hardbound edition because it is, you know. So, you know, uh, but yeah. Anywho, like I said, uh, I'm getting to the point of my life, that that it upsets me that the guy tries to rape me, the guy tries to rape Chloe. Law enforcement's like, "Ooh, well, there's no crime committed." So the guy whips out his dick in my apartment and we tell him no, and he does this, and then all of a sudden it's okay, and the law enforcement guy's like, "Oh yeah, I mean, young pup." I mean, I told the pup where to stick it too, literally, because he wasn't doing his damn job. And the next day, I had a law enforcement officer stop me Sunday when I was going to get dinner because I didn't defrost the chickens fully, and two was I was so busy and scarred that I was going to get bratburgers. So I got bratburgers for one more night too, which is great. But that was money too, and so I'd get bratwurgers and buns and a cherry Pepsi so I could finish up my bourbon what I had. And then, Sunday night, after I got dinner and my dip, I came home and relaxed, tried to sleep, couldn't sleep. So then Monday morning, I got like 3 hours snooze time in. Then after that, I went to my appointment with my advocate who was setting us up today, but we couldn't get in today because the sheriff's records aren't ready. The guy's on vacation, so we're on his time, so we're hoping tomorrow. But anyways, like I said, I had a sheriff stop me, do a welfare check, saying, "Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I know you're shook up." I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, we gave it to the detective as well and the prosecuting attorney." Thing is, if you give it to the detective and the prosecuting attorney, aren't you going to do something, or are you just going to let the guy walk around free? I mean, literally, it just doesn't make sense, I think it's because I'm intersex and Chloe's transgender that they just want to discriminate. That's what I think. Or, maybe they, whatever. I mean, literally, I just don't know. But yeah, anywho, um, so, So, anyways, that was one of the things, and another thing is this cart was really great, and I think Dinky, I still got to get a cooler because I want to carry frozen stuff home, and frankly, I don't want to spend a lot of money for um um Schwann's to deliver. It's like $50, free shipping and no sales tax, and it's like okay, but to me, I really don't want to go through Schwann's to get 5 or 6 or 7 meals put in my freezer for a month. I could, but to me, it's like, what's the point, But that's, and then on top of that, I'm waiting for my other advocate to get back to me because the other advocate is the one who helps me with my ferry tickets. I just got to sign a paper and get my ferry tickets. And, I'm running low on ferry tickets again, because I have been going off island and taking care of this and doing that. Dinky's like, get it done. So, one of the things that was really nice was that. Now, as you all know, it's just been really traumatizing to me. And I was telling Dinky maybe I needed a mental hospital. Now I got Aaron's tablet here. I went ahead and with the help of San Jose, I got his money put away for emergencies, in case a U-Haul truck. But it seems the good news is my lawyer emailed me and said, look, the manager stressed, the owner management company stressed they don't want to evict me. My letter was forthright and perfect thanks to my advocate. So, but now he said, we have to look into another lawyer that can help with the SAPO to defend me and Chloe because, we're traumatized, and it's not cool, I made a bad mistake, so So I'm just trying to stretch out my the meals. I got like 2 or 3 days in my crock pot of chicken soup. I still gotta put in the noodles, after this video, so I can have that ready to go. But the point is it's getting to the point where I'm making dinner and I'm um I might have to drain a bowl or two before putting noodles in it for tomorrow because it's just overloaded already on. So we put in an onion, we put in whole celery, etc., etc. And so you know how that is. It's just been really hectic. We put in 2 Cornish game hens for chicken, so we have plenty of soup. So, and I made up the base this morning when I got up. So, but yeah, and so tomorrow I got 21 spreadsheets plus 2 additional spreadsheets, and then I should be good for the entire month. And then the budget, I need to check on some spreadsheets tonight. I just haven't booted my laptop up yet. I haven't used it in a couple of days. I've just been so traumatized. I've been trying to get my spreadsheets done here on the Enterprise, but I just can't do it because I've been so busy dealing with everything else, making dinners and, trying to clean this place and trying to do everything, and then get Chloe's appointments put together, my appointments together. And, it was uh, well put, and so to me I thought it was really cool, about my glasses today. Dinky's really happy. She's kind of sad that I didn't take my tablet with me to take a picture, but when I get my glasses I'll be able to see a lot better than right now. I mean, literally. So I'm excited about that. Now on another front, I was looking on Annie Wife's Facebook page. Apparently, she's got a new TV, a 75-inch. So, that seems to be really nice for her. So, I'm happy for her. But I wish she would message me, more. Even though we don't talk, I wish she would just say, hey, I got a new TV. I'd be like, cool, I got a new laptop, but instead, it's different, So, on that, on that. So, but, um, you know, so, anywho, let's talk about my books. I'm working on getting the Louis L'Amour's Sackett series. I want to read them in a chronological order. And I want to read uh, uh, other books as well. So I got the library put back together in the other room. Chloe made a mess in her room again. She's got like clothes everywhere. It's like clean the fucking clothes up, just So to me, I find that living as I feel like I live with a slob, but oh well. I toss some here and toss something there, etc. So and that's just me, but so nothing much to complain about. Next month's turkey month, so I was talking to Dinky. I'm like, yeah, I need a turkey, and she's like, yeah, it makes 2 of us, and it's like usually she gets those little turkey or ham cards, so hopefully maybe she'll get a couple of those again, and maybe she'll send me one. That'd be nice, but I'm not mooching, so yeah, you know how that is. So on that aspect, so uh, you know, so that's how it is there. Um, it's telling me my internet connection unstable, but it should be stable. So yeah. Anyways, we're running on fiber optics, so it shouldn't be too bad connecting through the computer. So. But anyways, what else can I say? Let's talk about games for a minute. Now, got to work on my game lists. A couple things Chloe was telling me if she got on disability, she wanted to put part of her retro check into moving. She doesn't want to be on this island anymore, and I don't blame her after, what's going on. The other thing is she wanted to get a new laptop, which is fine by me. I mean, I'm quite content with what I have. And then the other issue is she wanted to get um, more video games for me since I've spent probably close to almost $30,000 in 3 years taking care of her. She wants to pay me back, so I thought that was nice. But anyways, uh, so yeah, so I've been waiting to look over my release dates for October, November. I think Pokemon's coming out. Which, talking about games for a minute, okay. Usually I put a boatload of games out for Christmas time, but this time around I put a Nintendo Switch, a Switch Lite, and 8 games. That's all I did. 8 games. I didn't go like last year. I got 8 games. I got Mario Maker 2. Totally wanted to play that one. The Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu edition, which is great. I tried to get Fire Emblem. That didn't go through. I got Dragon Quest 11. Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. I'm kind of disappointed in 10-2 because that's download only, and I don't like download. So found out if I go through Play Asia, I can get 10 and 10-2 in English on one cartridge. So that's what I'm going to do. I found out Final Fantasy 7 and 8 is going to be on one cartridge also from Play Asia, the Asia edition, which is in English, so I could use that one and play it where I don't have to download any. And then they also have the Asian edition of Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, which I want to play on cartridge. I do not want to play as a role player, downloading them, because I don't believe that I should be buying a $50 memory card just so I can download games. I find it absolutely not. So I like limited run games because they have RPGs that I like to play that are on cartridges where I don't have to go download the game and spend $20, and then they might pull the game and I lose my game. So, So I got Mario Maker 2, Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu, Dragon Quest 11. Yeah. And then Nintendo Switch Lite on layaway. And then what was the other games I got? Super Mario Brothers Deluxe Wii U Edition, the deluxe, for the Switch. So that's 5 games. And then there was 3 others I just can't remember. So, like, total of 8 games. None were PlayStation 4. They were all Switch. Oh, Final Fantasy 10-2. 10 and 10-2, that's 6. Final Fantasy 12, that's 7. So, and I couldn't get a hold of, and I got that, and one other, they didn't have Fire Emblem. Otherwise, I would have got Fire Emblem. That was something that, but they did. They didn't have many DS games. I thought about grabbing and replacing my Zelda Majora's Mask stolen. And then they had Mario Kart 7, and and then Smash Brothers, because that seems like a great game. But I just couldn't remember the other one. I clearly wanted the Mario games, the Pikachu game, the Pokemon game. So I got the Mario game, Mario Maker 2. I got the Pokemon Eevee and Pikachu, and Mario Brothers Wii U Deluxe 10-2, which is 1, 12, and then final Dragon Quest 11. And The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. So I got those too. So otherwise, I'm waiting for Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past to come out, and Zelda 2 and Zelda 1. Which they should eventually. So, but those are the games I got right now. There's not many. I was hoping to see if they would bring in, when it comes out, Icewind Dale, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, and Neverwinter Nights. If they don't have those, I'll have to buy those outright for Christmas. But otherwise, we should be good. I mean, on that aspect. But right now, the layaway has been put into concrete set up, for Christmas, and I was looking at laptops, but they wouldn't mosey along with it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to even bother with that. So, but anyways, I got to go through some spreadsheets tonight. It should take me more than 10 minutes, and play Diablo 3. I got to go through, take care of the area I'm at. My gaming rig's really great. I just got to get it connected and work on it at the table. But at first, I got to finish up making soup, which means, eating a bowl and putting some noodles in it and then waiting for the noodles to soften so I can have noodles with my soup. Because Chloe didn't think about that. It's just already overloaded with everything else. So I figured I'll eat a bowl or two and not worry about noodles right now. But I figured, I better get on board and give you guys a video and let you know what's going on because, frankly, it is sickening to, have people blame me for this thing. I'm very cautious, and it was just scary. So, now I'm like living in fear. So, and bad memories and everything else. So, and I don't know if I'm going to go and, I got to reschedule my heart doctor appointment. I forgot to call and reschedule it. I was so hurt from everything going on, trying to coordinate glasses to whatever. I got to cancel the America's Best and reschedule that later when I'm in Oregon if I go that route. But right now I got one pair coming. So, and then, I'm hoping to get more glasses, in the future. So I have more than one pair as an emergency. So, but otherwise I'm doing quite well. I'm literally quite well and I'm very happy to report, that my glasses are good. My hearing aids here. One of the things that they gave me with my hearing aid is this, which there's two things. One is this. This is the case my hearing aid came from. It's $2,000 hearing aid, and it sits in here at night. And then this little cover case here. And Dinky was looking into it for me at Walmart, but I got the instruction manual, I got cleaning heads, and she loaded me up with 6 months of batteries. So, and it's not bad. So, 6 months of batteries, it's still, and so this little case has everything I need for my hearing aid. At first, I thought it was going to annoy the piss out of me having it, but what really annoys me is, they got to adjust it in a couple of weeks. And make, in a week, they're going to adjust it to make it sound better, So to me, I figured, that's cool. And then, like I said, 9 days from now, I pick my glasses up, so you guys will see me with glasses finally. They're cute glasses, by the way. That's what I like. So, otherwise, nothing's going on. Like I said, I am. I'm here, worried, but here, So tomorrow morning, I had an appointment for my advocate for the SAPO. And she wanted me to come in on Thursday, and Chloe rescheduled her CMAR appointment for next week, and during the same time as my therapy here. So we're gonna have to coordinate with ferry tickets, but so she canceled that, and the advocate's like, well, what do you got planned for Wednesday? Well, Wednesday I was going to go off island and get some tobacco. I don't like paying $8 a can on this damn island. And then the other problem I had was I had to get groceries, and then I had to get the electric company paid. So then on top of all the problems going on, we had a problem when it came to the ferry tickets, but also my advocate, she gives food cards, and I said, look, I'm going to run out of money soon if I don't get off island to get my groceries because I don't want to pay island prices. For example, Chloe's Ramens, they charge $1.19 for a square ramen thing, and that's 73 cents at Walmart. So let's just get some ramen for her at Walmart. Well, the other problem is I can save $2.50 to $3 on my cheese per thing of cheese, as well as I buy my lunch meats and my mayonnaise at Walmart. So wouldn't it be cheaper to go that route with the ferry tickets instead of sitting here and paying more money I mean, I just bought a pound of Lando Frost meats. It cost me $6, and at Walmart it's like $3 for a pound. So to me, I'd rather pay $3 for my Lando Frost, and the chicken breast is great. I don't mind the turkey once in a while and the ham, but I do want to try the roast beef. Roast beef, maybe a little cheese on it, and just see how it tastes. Because I'm open minded to that, but still, it's to me, it's not cool. You're paying more money, So, but yeah. Anyways, like I said, the other thing is I uh, you know that I'm doing my best, and I'm doing everything I can, and to me, it's just been hard, literally, and with Chloe snapping at me ever since this whole incident, the thing is, Chloe thinks no mental hospital, no mental hospital. And, they turn around and say, we're not putting you in a mental hospital. It's in your records. You've been there 4 times. Your medications don't work. What's the point of sending you again? And, you got Chloe's mom saying, oh, man, you should go. And me, I'm staying out of it between Chloe's mom and her. I've learned I'm not going to go down that course. That course is between Chloe's mom and Chloe and me. I'm just trying to get everything set up, and Chloe's got to continue with her therapy to get on disability. And I mean, literally, it's a real royal pain in the butt ski, and so, with everything going on, between, having someone tell me, well, if this does go to court, the whole court thingy, with this guy showing his private parts, as John Vought said in Return of Lonesome Dove, how important is those private parts? Basically, it could go to court. If it goes to court, we cannot travel until this whole thing is done. And to me, I find it to be, I'm hoping, because the police did stop the guy, the sheriff, and basically said, look, and he basically kept going, they didn't charge him. So to me, I was talking to my friend, Jose, and he said, maybe I need to contact the U.S. Marshal Service, and to me, I was like, okay, but, my point is I'm to the point in my life where I am not happy about the whole issue with it comes to, how they just released the guy. I mean, if the guy basically sat there and he literally raped a woman, right, and you had a rape kit, and the rape kit went through, and and he's like sitting there, and they don't charge you. There's a problem with this whole ordeal, and I'm not talking about rape in general. I'm talking about anything. I mean, if the guy pulled out a gun, plugged someone, and then the sheriff says, oh, well, you think it happened, but I don't think it happened, or whatever, and then the guy walks away with a weapons charge that he just did, and it's just a real pain in the ass, because to me, I am not the type of girl that will stand by for this crap. And they literally, Chloe's basically, being snippy, and the point is yeah, I understand why she's snippy. I mean, literally, we both all got to work together, and that's the problem. We have to work together. Unfortunately, she's being combative. I'm trying to basically hold the fort down, and the only thing I can think of is she's severely traumatized again. I mean, literally. However, talking to a couple friends of mine, we were joking around, jokingly, of course, saying maybe Chloe enjoyed it, actually, because, of what she's doing right now. But who knows? I mean, literally, I'm just, we know it's traumatizing, and that's the thing. I'm traumatized by it. I'm actually afraid to leave my home, but working with Chloe, I just want to make sure we get, everything in order, and so I'm trying to juggle everything, and then I'm trying to handle Walmart, and I'm trying to handle ferry tickets, and trying to handle groceries and electricity, and, and then it's really hard when people sit there and say, oh, well, you need to think about Chloe, and it's like, why can't, and I'm only saying this out of love. I don't mean anything negative by Chloe's family if they're watching this video. But I just wish sometimes they just plunk down some money for Chloe and say, hey, you need shoes, buy shoes. Instead, I got to budget for shoes, and then I got to budget this and keep all my receipts and, all this crap for Chloe, you know, and it's like, can't someone literally, you know, help a woman out? I mean, literally, you know, this, you know, cost me $50 this month, you know, and Dinky, it was like cool, you know, and then you had um 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 uh the glasses, you know, they're saying there might be like a $79 eye exam fee and a $39 something fee and then another fee of something. It's like, I mean, literally, what do I do here? I mean, literally, the doctor's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'll help you out." You know, blah blah blah. And I'm going, okay, because I said I'm taking care of Chloe, and so I understand that. So let me help you. You know, and you know he knows. You know, I'm on a fixed income. I'm taking care of two people, me and Chloe, and you know, and he also like Moppy. So you know, I'm like, yeah. And so to me, having all this help is a different story, but at the same time, you know, he even asked me today why I feel like crap. So I told him, and he's just like, yeah, that guy's a troublemaker. I mean, literally, I mean, he's got like three pending cases in our county right now, and he had like 32 others in other counties, you know, King County, Bellingham, Enumclaw, Kent, um, Renton, you know, these areas, you know, and he also has been involuntary committed too. So, you know, with all this crap stacked up, been in prison and domestic violence assault 4, domestic violence assault 3, malicious mischief 3 and 2, you know, and, you know, all this stuff. Spent 6 years in federal prison. It makes you wonder, you know, why they don't just go pick this guy up and say, hey, instead, it's like the criminals get away, and you know, to me, it's sad. It's sick. It's literally sick. So, anyways, like I said, you know, let's talk about games for a minute. There's a couple games I'm looking at still getting, you know, and you know that will help me out immensely. You know, so you know, by Christmas I should have more games, but I also should be enjoying myself more. So, you know, I've been playing Final Fantasy 6, 7, 8, you know, etc. I've been playing Diablo 1 on the PC. I got it calibrated again on my desktop. My laptop, I got to figure out how to calibrate it on Windows 10, but you know, to me, it's an interesting thing, you know, trying to calibrate it with Windows 10 because the 10's a newer system, which I'm not used to. 7, I can calibrate games from 7 to 95, but comes to 10, you know, I got D2 to work, I got D3 to work, I got Elder Scrolls Online, I downloaded Path of Exile for PS4 and PC, so I'm quite content playing these. It's just I'm kind of sick at my stomach for you know, the games, you know, and then there's a couple games I like, you know, and I know Dinky knows me. I like games, but I also like books. And so one of the things I'm working on right now is reading some books. I got the entire Ian Fleming's 007 series. I also got Larry McMurtry series. I want those in hardbound, especially Lonesome Dove. Streets of Laredo's cheap. Dead Man's Walk was great. Fortunately, the ending doesn't add up to the movie, but what the hell. And then Comanche Moon's the last one in his book series, but Comanche Moon would be book number 2 in chronological order. So I read that one. And then the third book is Lonesome Dove, which I have to get again. And then the fourth book is Streets of Laredo, which I have. So, you know, I want them all in hardbound because I think it's really nice to have hardbound. But I also want to get box sets and calibrate what Aaron didn't get in his collection, so I can sit down and watch what he was watching. We like Bones, NCIS, CSI, etc. You know, I just want to get the box sets. Columbo, I love Columbo. The guy that's a detective here on the island, he looks like Lieutenant Columbo. So I'm like, oh yeah, Lieutenant Columbo. So, but anyways, other than that, you know, I'm just working on music, movies, books, video games, etc. And I'm just trying to live my life comfortably, you know, before prices jump through the roof, you know, and you know, on top of that, you know, I've been, you know, doing other things like cooking and cleaning and trying to get everything put together nicely, you know, and trying to get through the holidays coming up. And, you know, I'd rather be with my family for Christmas, but I know that's not going to be possible because, you know, Dinky's going to probably have her mom and dad out. So that's cool. You know, I can't be selfish, you know, and you know, I'm just happy, you know, the Dinky's there for me, and I'm still looking at getting a Moppy cart, because I do want a cart that Moppy can sit in without walking as he gets tired, and because we got to walk like a mile to the ferry, and then we got to get on the ferry, and then he rests most of the time on the ferry, and then we got to walk off and walk like 7 minutes to the bus, and then take the bus to parking ride and transfer, and then another bus. By the time we get done, I got to walk around the parking lot or the grass area at Walmart, let them pinch a loaf, and then go in and do my business. And by the time I get done with everything, I'm just like, tired, and he's tired too, So I found one of the things I found that's been really good on my trip to Walmart, or Anacortes, for example, is I take a book that I have that I told Chloe don't use. It's a writing tablet, and my writing tablet I have is a notebook. It's a like 150, 180 page binder, wide college rule that I use for writing letters. So I write Dinky and I write Jose. And the other thing I've been meaning to look into is get a printer that I can actually use a Canon. They want like $60 at Walmart. So I don't know if I should just pump 60 down, put it on layaway and buy a printer. But my thing is I got letters I got to write, and I got a whole bunch of stamps. I've just been delaying it because, with the whole, sexually molested, and the definition of the sexual assault is it classifies non-consensual even if the guy whips his dick out, or tries to put his hands like he tried to put his hands on his crotch, or he, masturbates under the table. That's considered, sexual misconduct, or touching like the breasts, or putting his hands through the bra, all the way over the bra, so you don't feel the padding and you feel that, or sticking your hand inside your thingy and putting your finger all the way through your lip, your lips, those things are basically still considered sexual assault with gratification for sex, and we both said no. It was a big mistake. So to me, I don't trust homeless people anymore. I'm not going to. Fuck them. My home is not going to be violated. And, one of the things is as soon as I can, I think I will get my firearm and have my firearm concealed carry. This island's pretty safe, but I don't feel safe traveling at night anymore. So, like payday, I will have Chloe and I go together to get supplies, like tobacco, but otherwise I just don't feel comfortable, going out. I mean, when I'm in my house, my doors are locked, my windows are sealed. I got my movies and my video games, and I'm staying put, my spreadsheets. So to me, I'm trying to keep my mind busy, but at the same time, I'm still dwelling on what happened because it's just a downright perverted thing, and to me it's sad. It's literally completely and thoroughly sad of what happened. I mean, literally, Chloe's losing it, I'm losing it, but the problem is we're losing it because this guy did what he did to us, and to me it's not right, it's not cool, it sucks, and to me, I'm getting to the point where I'm disgusted with the fact that, this guy was doing all this. And, now that Chloe's here for a second before I log off, maybe, you're going outside? Maybe Chloe would like to explain on camera while I use the toilet for a minute, her point of view of what happened, so you guys can understand, that, besides him trying to finger me and put his hand in my panties and touch my lips and my boobs and all over the place, masturbating and jacking off in here and things that you don't do if you invite someone. You wouldn't see my cousin sitting there going, "Oh no, we're masturbating." No, he wouldn't do that. I mean, literally, man, that's just too perverted,
Okay, I'm coming. Let's see. Hello, everyone. What happened that night was it was traumatic. Yeah, he was touching us, doing all sorts of stuff to us. Stuff that made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't want him in the house. I really didn't. I didn't want him in the house. I didn't want him near me. He kept touching me, kept grabbing me, did the same to Rita, and he was jacking off in public. All he kept talking about, he said he needed help with this trailer when we were out and about. When we got here, I was asking, if there's anything we could do to help with your situation. He was like, yeah, the only situation you can help me with is to pleasure my dick. I'm like, no. I'm like, what the fuck? When you say you need help with something like your living situation, and I help with that, that's what I'm going to help with. I'm not going to help with some sexual favors. I'm not like that. I'm not sexual. I just don't want to do it with anyone. I have my reasons. And it's just, what this guy did was uncalled for. And I hope he rots in prison. I hope they lock him up and throw away the key.
And here is our trusty, handy, dandy new little cart that we got for groceries. It's got a mesh bottom. That's really cool. And so yeah, I mean, literally, he was just untouching us inappropriately. So, with our advocates and everything else, we had to, go ahead and get things moving. So it's been hard, and like I said, I have to sit down and work on some stuff, spreadsheets, tomorrow after the appointment. Thursday, we're supposed to go grocery shopping, but my advocate, here's what's really sad, is she wants us to stay in town until the Sapo has been delivered before going out. And the problem is, if we do that, we will be running out of supplies. And I told her flat out, right, unless there's the advocates pull together for resources for extra money for groceries, which they have access to, then I have to get off island to go grocery shopping. I can't rely on all these times and appointments and everything else to get things moving along, because it's just a real pain in the butt, and so, on that aspect. So, but I really want to get things moving along so I can get groceries and then feel safe in my home, So, I just don't feel safe in my home, And so, me and Chloe were working on other things, but in the meantime, it's just gonna take some time. So, but with Chloe and I and et cetera, we're doing what we can, but it's just hard. You got to coordinate these appointments with these appointments to these appointments to that appointment, and in the end, it's just really tiring. So to me, I am really worried about the end result, and trying to get travel set up and then trying to do this and trying to do that. I mean, right, literally.
You want to bring up the fact that we are planning to move?
Yeah, so we got some applications we're looking to fill out. We got to go to the library and print them out or scan them and make copies through a copy machine or something. So that's something we're working on right now because we don't feel safe in our own apartment. And right now we fall under VAWA because of this guy. And, I saw the manager today, and she's just shocked at what she's seen on his criminal record. So she's kind of worried, too, for everyone as well. So, but, yeah, I will try to do another video soon and, go from there and et cetera, et cetera. It seems we got a first comment, but the comment, I believe, is in Russian. So, anyways, like I said, I'm getting ready to eat, and then after I eat, I'm gonna go and play a video game and try to clear my mind. Chloe nice gear on Guild Wars 2, so I should be great. And et cetera, et cetera. My hearing aid is really small. You can't even notice it's in there unless you're looking carefully for it. And so to me, it sits above the ear. It's called a intercanal RIC hearing aid, which isn't bad. And so, but I'm excited. Glasses are coming, hearing aids done. Like I said, gotta get groceries, etc. So, anyways, other than that, I will do another video soon. I will keep you informed. Before I go, like I said, the management company said they have no intentions of evicting me, basically because of what's going on in my life, and this whole ordeal has just really been a shock. So, anyways, I will be putting noodles in soon as I drain some of the bowl, and I'll have a bowl first. Well, I'm gonna have a bowl anyways because if we put noodles in now, it's just gonna overflow. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit that like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun even for your family, your bunnies, and your service dogs. Thanks for watching. Hit that bell notification for new content. And what else? Captain's log out. USS Enterprise. NCC 1701B. This transmission ends now.